Hey everyone, today we're going to look at the Quiver card storage case solution and see how it stacks up. Hello, Chris Renshaw here, and if you look at my videos and podcasts that I did around Origins, you'll notice that I was introduced there to the Quiver, which is a neat little card carrying case that is made by, I believe the company is just Quiver or Quiver Time, if you look on their website. But so I talked to the people over there at Quiver, and I managed to get one for me to review, and I wanted to see how it stacked up because it seemed like a neat idea, but I was wondering how well it would actually work in practice. So let's dive right in. So let's talk about the production of this thing. This is probably one of the best selling points of this, and that is that it is a very durable case here. We're talking like the finest of quality. Like it's got a, I'm no materials expert, but it's either leather or some sort of leather-ish type material. So it's very sturdy. Like it's rigid, and I'm twisting it some, but like if you've got stuff in here, it's not going to move at all. But it's still very hard. So like even if you drop it, you know, it's not going to break. It looks very finely well done. Everything's stitched very well, like the strap on here, and then you open it up, and on the inside it's padded, so you're not going to hear a bunch of cards like fumbling around hitting stuff. You've got these little inserts that kind of, the entire inside is made so that these inserts will Velcro to the sides, and you can pull these off and move them wherever you want to. I've even got some on the end because I'm not using them all. And then also on the inside, it's got this little flap here that you can use to store various things. One of the conventions I went to, I stored a lot of rule books, like little slips of paper, you know, things that just to help remind me of some rules, and slip it in there, and other kinds of tokens and that sort of thing. I will say that it is very limited the kind of games that you can store in here. This is my big negative, although it's doing what it's advertised to do, which is hold cards. So this isn't a negative in the sense of I'm not dissing this, it's more of a is this right for you kind of circumstance. So if you're a person that plays a lot of big production games, like miniatures maybe, or games with big, huge, lavish boards and a lot of components, this is probably not going to be for you because, you know, this is the space you have to work with. However, I found things like the Grizzled fit nice in here. I was able to get the Grizzled and Sushi Go and a whole bunch of other games. I got my entire collection of the Arkham Horror LCG, and that's 2 core sets worth of stuff in here, and had room to spare for like the Grizzled and Ashes and Sushi Go and other things. So if you're playing card games, then yeah, this thing holds up pretty well. Instead of lugging this big bag around, if you're at Origins or if you're at Gen Con or that sort of thing, and you're moving from the exhibition hall to your room or to a play space, and you don't want to head back to your room to grab a bunch of games, if you've got games that will fit in here, this is a very good solution for that. I will tell you which scenario I found this comes in best for. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention in there is that not only do you get all these slats, it also comes with all these dividers, and it even comes with a bunch of card sleeves as well. So it's a lot of stuff that you get in this. And this is only $40, I believe, which for the production of this case is pretty exquisite. So, but who is this really going to help? And I'll tell you, in the past couple of months, I've really been playing a lot more LCGs, especially if you've been seeing and listening. I've been listening a lot with the Legend of the Five Rings. I've really gotten in on that game. I've been wanting to get back into Netrunner because we have an active Netrunner community. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon with my wife and the card game there. So that's where I found this to be best at, is for going to, like, for instance, they may be a Saturday that our LCG group's meeting up, and they may say Netrunner, but it turns out only a few Netrunner players show up, but a lot of people are wanting to play L5R. This allows me to carry a lot of those decks, and I don't have to carry boxes and boxes of cards, or just have a whole bunch of decks thrown in a bag. So for me, I guess this is another show off of this, is I like using the card caddies. This is a Kickstarter that I backed a while ago, and I believe they're for sale now. So I like using these card caddies, and I found that they fit actually really well inside this quiver. So let me show you, for instance. So for instance, we've got Pokemon cards. So my Pokemon deck fits in there. We've got, this is both my Netrunner, this is both decks. My core and my runner deck are both in here, so we'll fit that in there as well. And like I said, I've been playing a lot of L5R, so I've got one deck of L5R here, and then I've got another deck, and then it's got the little tray with all the fate tokens and stuff. And let me reorganize that. So it's got that in there, and I've still got space. Oh, look at that! I've also got my Ashes deck as well, complete with its dice and tokens. So I've got my Ashes deck, and it slides in there, and I've still got a little slot here. So I managed to keep the card things in there like that. And the day that I bought this, I had some extra card sleeves, so I had stuck those in there. And then all the card caddies had these poker chips in them, so I just like keeping them because you never know when just various counters might come in handy. So we're going to throw these back in here like that. And then I have this neat little dial. I'm promoting a lot of stuff here, but my friend Randy gave me this. It's designed for Armada. It's using a thing from Commandex. This guy is an Etsy, commandex.etsy.com. But it's a nice little wooden cut dial, but I figured out this would be great for Legend of the Five Rings for your honor token, because it definitely slides a lot better than the one that comes in the FFG thing, since it's cardboard and mine's already starting to wear away. So I can stick that and I can slide that in there. And then look, I've got plenty of space in here. It's a tight fit, especially with the card caddies, but there you go. And I can sit here and I can shake this all around, move it all around, and open it back up, and nothing's out of place. So all in all, I love this thing. This thing is great, especially if you're like me and you play a lot of specific card games, LCGs, Magic. If you're a Magic person, you're gonna love this thing. It's definitely got a lot of space for you. You could have decks or you could have multiple decks in here, like a commander deck, a standard deck, a modern deck, and then have a small section of mana that you could use for a draft night. It's a great way of reducing box, so you're not carrying a whole bunch of boxes. If you've got a lot of games that are just simply cards, you could put them in here. That's my thoughts on the Quiver. Have you tried the Quiver, or does the Quiver look interesting to you? What do you use for your traveling games, card games, back and forth to the game store, or taking them to conventions, or whatever? Let me know what your travel solutions are down in the comments below. And make sure you subscribe for other great stuff, such as RPG stuff, board game stuff, components stuff. I've got a whole bunch of cool things coming on the horizon, so make sure you subscribe to check it out, and check out some of the other videos I have here up on the channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.